If you want to win the battle, you must plan a successful attack. And to plan a successful attack, you must know your enemy. Today, that enemy is the flea. Fleas can cause irritation and discomfort for both dogs and cats. They can even develop an allergy to the flea saliva, which will cause them to itch like crazy, digging and chewing at their skin, creating staph and strep infections, which will require a trip to your veterinarian. Fleas can also be a vector in transporting tapeworms to the dogs and cats. Let me explain the flea life cycle to you. The adult flea, which spends 99% of its time on your dog and cat, will lay up to 50 eggs a day, up to 2,000 in a lifetime. Now these eggs are like Teflon. They don't stick to anything. They fall off your pet. So if your pet's on the couch, they fall off. If your pet goes from the couch to the water or food bowl, they fall off on the path between the food bowl and your pet. Now where these eggs fall, that's where they're going to hatch. And hatching can happen in 1 to 10 days. What they're going to hatch into are these little microscopic larvae. These larvae turn into these cocoons in about 10 days. Now this cocoon is like a pupae. It's like a caterpillar turning into a butterfly. They wrap this big silk thing that protects them as they metamorph into an adult. Now this cocoon is resistant to anything. Bleach, chemicals, anything but probably a hammer and a torch will not kill these things. These pupae, or cocoons, will hatch from CO2, vibrations, and pressure. And that's what happens when your pet walks by these cocoons that are ready to hatch. They have the CO2 and they have the pressure and vibration. Bing! They go from their cocoon and on your pet and out for their first bite. So how can you identify if your pet has fleas? For this, I'm going to need a dog. Wow, thank you. So fleas are mainly in this area right here. And so if you can kind of peel back the hair and kind of stare, you can see fleas walking back and forth. This area on the rear is a very popular spot for fleas. Another spot is underneath the belly. If you can't see the adult fleas, what you may see is the flea debris, which is basically the flea poop. And they look like little squiggly black things. And if you find those on your pet, and if you actually collect it into a little wet cotton ball, they'll actually show up as little red dots, which is blood, because that's what fleas feed on. The third and last way, which is not a very popular way to see if your pet has fleas, is a flea egg. And that looks like just a very tiny microscopic egg. So how do you treat or prevent fleas? In the old days, you had the flea collar, the flea shampoo, and the flea dip. Those should be in a museum. There are many products on the market today. I'm going to show you a few. The topical products, I have here Revolution, which actually does more than just kill the fleas. It prevents them for a month, it prevents heartworms, and it kills all the internal worms. Moving along, we have Frontline, and that kills the adult fleas, prevents them for a month, and you can even bathe your dog and it still stays on your pet. Now we'll move on to the oral products. I have here Capstar and Program. Now Capstar is a one-time thing where you give the pill and it kills every flea within 4 hours. But it doesn't last very long. That's all it does. It kills every flea on your pet within 4 hours. So it has no residual ability. So that means it doesn't prevent the fleas from coming on your pet in a month. Program's a little different. Program actually prevents the fleas from laying fertile eggs. So any eggs that come out of that adult flea will not be fertile, won't hatch into an adult. So it actually doesn't kill the adult, it just prevents them from having fertile eggs. And that basically breaks the flea life cycle. These other two products are Sentinel and Comfortus. Now Sentinel's a lot like Program, what we just talked about. It really doesn't kill the adult fleas, but it prevents them from laying fertile eggs. The only added feature it does is it kills all the internal worms and prevents heartworms. Now Comfortus is a brand new product that has come out within the year, and it is a flea pill that'll kill the adult fleas. So if you don't like the topicals to kill the adults, then Comfortus is the product for you. So there you have it. I've told you everything you need to know to win the battle over the fleas. I'm Dr. Rob Santos with Pet Extreme TV. Go forth and conquer.